This a Bushido sound. If I feel reach a top, me try to get around. Can't get me down. Lion keep on fighting, see me stand me ground. This a Bushido sound. If I feel reach a top, me try to get around. Can't get me down. Lion keep on fighting, see me stand me ground.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the Bushido Sound Podcast, the sound system that brings you pro wrestling mixed with sports, traveling, food, culture, politics, music, sex, religion, parties, and a whole lot of weed. This will be your weekly escape from everyday life as we show you a side of the world you might not always see. So light up your spliffs, pour yourself a drink, and enjoy the ride. I am pro wrestler, world traveler, entrepreneur, weed smoker, and the English host and commentator for Westside Extreme Wrestling, Mr. 420, Suave Rico Bushido. And because a great podcast isn't a great podcast without a co-host, I went to scour the earth to find the very, very best co-host that I could find. But since he or she wasn't available, I regret to inform you that from this point on, we are stuck with the man who at the last WXW marquee event humped every item in the room to assert his male dominance. Hide your wallets, daughters, animals, and wives. It's Dirty Dragon. Welcome to the show, Dragon.
Everybody thought that Rico's sidekick would be somebody great, but it was I, Dragon!
Well, yeah, I guess that's going to be a disappointment for a lot of people who didn't know that you were going to be on the show. Dragon, let's talk a bit how all of this came to be, why we're doing this show, why I'm doing this with you, although I'm not sure about that myself. Bro,
Yeah.
what made you be my co-host?
Well, the thing was, we know each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
We drive to WXW together sometimes.
Yes, this
And I think everybody was listening to a podcast on GF Der Talk.
Mhm.
And you were there, like a guest, right?
Yeah, I was it. Yes.
And
yes.
I heard a lot of positive things, and I think a lot of people told you that actually, Rico, you are the most interesting guy I know, so maybe you should have a podcast.
That's
and then-
really cool.
And then you were like, yeah, I have ideas, I have plans, I need a sidekick. And I saw you ask like quality wrestlers like Walter and Urine, and they said no.
So I got the next best thing. Listen, brother.
I said yes.
We're gonna have a really good time on the show because I just don't want to just talk about wrestling. I mean, it's predominantly a wrestling show, but I also want to talk about everything good in life because I'm a person. I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm a person with a lot of interests, and I'm going to share those interests with a lot of people. You know, I know a lot of crazy people. Actually, knowing crazy people is a bit of a hobby of mine. I'm a bit of a collector of the human oddities, if you will. And we're going to have a lot of interesting guests. In fact, we have a lot of interesting guests planned for the show already. Also, we're going to have a lot of people from the pro wrestling community, not just talking about pro wrestling, but what they do in everyday life. And of course, we're going to talk about smoking weed, you know, like I am right now, smoking weed. Like we said on GF Their Talk, we both live in Holland, right? We're not 100% Dutch, of course, but we both live in Holland, and it's a very liberal country. So there are a lot of things possible in this country that not everybody in the world has experiences with. And of course, I'm talking about the soft drugs policy. I'm not talking about. I don't even want to call it soft drugs. I just want to call it everything good that comes out of nature. And we're going to do some experimenting with that on the show. In fact, in a couple of weeks, we're going to take some hallucinogenics. What's the name again? What's the name?
Psychedelics, yeah.
Hallucinatics. How do you pronounce that? English is not
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Yes. You're going to come down to the farm where I live, 420 Meadows, and both of us are going to get completely fucked up, and we're going to tape that for everybody to hear. Because, well, Some wrestlers do that in their spare time. Not that we do that every time, but hey,
Of course,
we're just
no,
gonna have a little, yeah.
none of our colleagues do stuff like that
Of
because
course not.
they're actually professionals.
Of course not. Plus, it's 2017. The wild 80s and 90s are over. Most of those guys are dead, so
Well, yeah.
we are a whole new breed. All right, Dragon. We've got a very stacked show today. We've got two very interesting guests. The first guest that we're gonna talk with in a bit is the guy that became the King of England last weekend as he made his debut in Progress Wrestling in London, Jurn Simmons. And the lady wrestler that made headlines in Japan and everywhere around the world by challenging Gabby Garcia, who is, can you describe Gabby Garcia to us, Dragon?
Well, first of all, she's very intimidating. Let's say that if I tried to seduce her, I would probably poop my pants in fear. Because
why would you try to seduce her, man? Why would you try that?
I don't know, Rico. They don't
No,
call me.
seriously.
They don't call me Dirty Dragon because I don't shower.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! But have you ever been with a woman that does bodybuilding? Have you ever?
Never,
been with a woman like
never, never. I don't. I know. I try everything once or twice.
That? Well, let me tell you from experience.
Oh damn!
Yeah, unfortunately.
Rico Freak Show is starting already. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately. Let me tell you from experience that, how can I put this? When a woman takes steroids, and I've never been with a girl as big as Gabby Garcia before. However, even those really hot chicks that are into the fitness and the figure competitions, when they take steroids, let's just put it this way. It's not only their muscles that are growing.
Sounds even better.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So if you've never been,
I've seen videos. I've seen pictures. I know.
oh Jesus Christ, man,
Yeah.
they've got to ban you from that internet.
No, man. No.
What type of woman are you into anyway, Dragon?
Right now?
Let the listeners know. Yeah.
Well, let me come out of the closet for a minute right now.
Oh, here we go. That's a big reveal. Out of the closet, even. I didn't know you were playing for the other team, but that's okay
Well,
now.
I just realized that was a bad analogy. I should have said something else.
No, okay, no, and I don't want to stop you, man. Please come out of the closet. Go ahead.
Dirty Dragon hasn't been around forever. Once upon a time, I was a good, wholesome Bosnian boy trying to integrate in Dutch culture. I had a girlfriend for like 3 years, but then she broke up with me. I don't know why.
You don't know why. I've got it.
I mean, look at me.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Look at you, man.
They're trying to call me Dad Bod the Dragon, but I don't know why. It's just sounds good. But yeah,
what type of girl are you into?
I don't have a type really. If she has a pretty face and she's nice, if she likes me, well, she doesn't really have to. Well, yeah, she has to like me.
Okay, so you're into everybody that likes you, and you just came out of the closet with that. Thank you very much, Dragon. Thank you very much, man. On the other podcast, GF Talk, you were talking about you will be needing some advice for your love life during this podcast. Yeah. All right, we're going to get back to that next week. Otherwise, we'll be running out of time here because I've got a couple of guests waiting. Please, Dragon, it is time for your very own segment. I can't believe I gave you your own segment. Oh my God. It is time for your very own segment. Maybe you can elaborate on that.
Yes. Well, as everybody knows, if you're a wrestling fan, you have heard of the word dirt sheet. It's basically something you find online or used to be in print, which kind of reveals some stuff that maybe fans of the business of the sport aren't supposed to know. Well, I'm going to talk about some stuff that happened last week in wrestling because this is a weekly podcast and wrestling is a weekly thing. It
is a weekly. It's a daily thing for a lot of people.
It's a daily, yes.
Especially on the WWE network, man. There is going to be a new show on every day, I believe. The radio right now.
That's unbelievable. I find that amazing. We live in great times for wrestling, and it's great to be a wrestling fan in 2017. But yeah, we thought basically the thing is, we're gonna talk about what happened, what the big stuff is that happened in wrestling the last week. We'll talk about the Royal Rumble later when Jern's here, because me and him watched it together.
Nice.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! You
Yeah,
guys watched it together. All right.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh, surprise.
That's not a big spoiler, but okay.
Oh, but we have some different opinions about some stuff, but we'll get into
That's
that
cool.
later.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Bro, I
Yeah.
know you, and before we go on, I just want to tell you, man, please don't bother our guests because they might not come back. You know, I've got a lot of friends in
What?
this business. Yeah, you know what I mean. I've got a lot of friends in this business, and I just want to keep it that way. And
But
I've already been receiving emails and private messages about your
oh,
behavior at the WXW show, where
yeah,
you've been making waves. Plus, you've been doing some stuff in Amsterdam for Pro Wrestling Holland, and a lot of
yeah.
people have been complaining about your attitude over there. So please, man, please show a little respect for the show and the guests, and of course the listeners.
Rico, trust me, people love me.
All right, we'll see after this segment, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the dirt sheet.
Hi, this is Ron Jeremy. You're listening to
Dirty Sheets. Welcome to the Dragon News Network. This is my segment,
Oh,
Dirty
oh,
Sheets.
oh man, this is your segment. This is starting off really, really wrong already. Okay, go ahead, man.
First of all, I got a new story. I just received it on WhatsApp. It seems that WXW superstar Rotation, he just got arrested in
No,
Mexico for
no,
dealing cocaine.
no, 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 no,
What?
no,
What?
no, 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 no,
What?
no. No,
Okay.
we're not going to spread rumors.
Oh,
We're going to go with the rumors that are already on the internet. Why are you always on Rotation's case, man? Last week in a podcast, during a podcast, you told everybody he was using steroids. He's
yeah,
not. Leave
man.
the poor kid alone, please. Please, let's get back to
But-
work, man.
Okay, sure. Okay. So, what happened? The Royal Rumble happened. There were, I believe, 52,020 people in attendance in Texas last Sunday for the Royal Rumble, which was a huge crowd. Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, which means he's main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's interesting because we also got a new Raw World Champion. I think that's the what
We don't
Rico.
have we don't
Rico.
have a new Raw World Champion. It's called the WWE Universal Champion. And before the Rumble, that was Kevin Owens, and it's still.
Yes, true.
Where are we going with this segment? Where,
Well,
please,
we're-
tell me, where are we going with this segment?
I'm just saying.
Okay, you've got 10 more minutes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
But Randy Orton, what do you think about that? We're going to elaborate on that further with Jern in a
Yeah.
bit. But what do you think?
When Brock Lesnar came into the Rumble, he was, I believe, number 26. I looked at the people that were still left inside the ring after he cleaned house and Goldberg came in. Randy Orton is an amazing performer. I believe Randy Orton is one of the 5 best wrestlers on the world right now,
Yeah, no
active
doubt.
wrestlers.
No doubt. I agree.
I believe Randy Orton and probably John Cena will have will have a great match if that's what people are looking for.
If that is indeed going to be the match, because first
if it
you
is.
have to go through the chamber, the elimination chamber.
True. The thing is about that online, I have seen a lot of backlash because people are basically saying, wrestling fans, that they've seen this match about 90,000 times already.
What do you think about that? Do you agree with them, or are you of a different opinion?
I believe. I would love to see somebody new, somebody who hasn't had the chance to shine yet on WrestleMania, because WWE right now has the best roster they have had in maybe their entire tenure. I think wrestling wise, WWE is great.
No, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. And the reason why I'm not agreeing with you is that, yeah, you have a lot of athletic guys, like really, really athletic guys that are doing stuff that we wouldn't see in previous years.
Hmm.
Back in the days, they never took it to the air, and they didn't do an outside dive in every match.
Yeah, the flips, the
Yeah,
spots.
I
Yeah.
think back in the days, especially when you go back, take a look at the '92 Rumble.
Hmm.
Had a lot more great workers in the WWE.
That's a great rumble.
And when I look at the current roster,
Hmm.
and a lot of fans are not going to agree with me on this, but hey, that's wrestling. It's subjective, right?
Yeah,
It's
of course.
subjective. I believe that Randy Orton is the guy for WrestleMania, just because it's a money business, and he will draw more fans than a lot of the other guys will. Does that make sense?
I think that makes sense. I
He's a
think
bigger
Randy
attraction. He's a bigger
Ort
star, and,
Ort.
and a lot
Yeah.
of people, shut up, please. A lot of people will not agree with me because they're going to say, well, they didn't go to the effort of making new stars. Well, this is correct. I do not know the reason for this. I don't know the reason for a lot of things in WWE, and I just don't want to sit here and speculate. But right now, guys like him, guys like Cena, they are not just the best wrestlers, but they are the best workers. Look at Randy Orton in the ring. There is no wasted movement. Everything he does, he works to perfection. Every single thing. He doesn't do shit in the ring, and yet the crowd is engaged.
I 100% agree. And I'll tell a little story right now. The moment I found out that Randy Orton is actually probably one of the best in the world, um, there was this match, and I think it was him versus, I don't remember the other guy, probably John Cena. But Randy Orton was standing there, and John Cena is laying on the floor or on the mat, and Randy Orton is just standing there doing nothing, just looking at him. And he was standing there for like maybe 2 minutes. And then he stepped back to the corner. So, setting up for the punt. And that got so much reaction. That was amazing. But what did he do? He stood there for 2 minutes and then stepped back. But that was enough for the people to go crazy about what was going to happen, because there was a time that the punt was the move that if he hits that, you're injured for, a year or something.
Yeah, that was a devastating move that banned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how emotionally engaged people are.
If you can't do that without breaking your neck, without doing a somersault or whatever stuff that I can't do,
You can't. Oh, big surprise. Big surprise.
yeah, well, I
If
can
there's
do a
not-
splash.
If there is not humping involved, you can't do it, right?
Humping is fun, Rico. You know.
Yeah, I do. Okay, next topic, man. We're running out of time here.
Yeah. Next topic. Oh, there are rumors that Jericho got injured. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard he got an injured ankle from being tossed halfway across the ring by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me because, we've all seen Brock Lesnar work, and especially when you're a wrestler yourself, like we are, that the way he tosses people around, the way he makes his opponents bump.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's just brutal. It's just brutal. He
scares
doesn't
me.
throw any punches, man. This guy is just a machine, and it wouldn't surprise me. Of course, Jericho is doing a tremendous job in WWE, but he's 45 years old, man. I wouldn't be looking forward to taking an F5 or a suplex now. I'm 36, let alone at 45. Of course, I'm not doing DDP yoga.
You're not okay.
Yeah, I did, but not nowadays.
The thing is with Jericho, has he ever been injured for like a considerable amount of time? Because every time he left the WWE, it was because he wanted to do stuff with his band, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe he ever was injured for a very long time.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I can't recall. Maybe he was, but he's always been a really smart worker, doing cool stuff, but not taking too much risks. So,
Rico, you know what I just realized?
tell me.
This is this rumor. This is not a rumor. This is based on nothing. Just what didn't Jericho stand up to Brock Lesnar when he went crazy on Randy Orton at SummerSlam?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Isn't it weird that now we hear that he got injured by Brock Lesnar going a
All
little
right,
crazy?
next topic. We've got a conspiracy theorist in the house. We're not going to do any speculating. Yeah, maybe he did it on purpose.
Maybe he's an alien.
No, next topic. Next topic.
Are
your dirty sheets stained yet?
Well, what?
Are your dirty sheets stained yet?
My dirty sheets are great. This is the best segment we have, okay? Listeners.
This is the first show.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean well.
Do you have more news?
I don't really have more news.
Okay. I've got another piece of news.
If I can't tell stories about rotation, then I don't really have a lot of news.
No. Leave that poor kid alone. Okay. One more piece of nice piece of business is that Samoa Joe made his debut on Raw.
Yes.
Yesterday. We're taping this on a Tuesday. The show is being aired on a Thursday. What did you think of that? Because a lot of people were actually emailing me pissed off that he wasn't in the Rumble. And I was kind of like, okay, you guys were all pissed off that you weren't surprised by the guys in there that you were expecting. Does that make sense? That's a kind of a weird dynamic, but I think that's what fans do nowadays. You know, they don't want to be surprised with anything else than they have in mind. For instance, a Kenny Omega. A lot of people were bummed out that Kenny Omega wasn't there. Well, like I said before, WWE is a money business, and I don't think that all the WWE fans know Kenny Omega. So, like AJ Styles was more of a household name when he made his debut in the Royal Rumble. And Kenny Omega only had one really, really noteworthy match, and that was in the Tokyo Dome, of course, at Wrestling Kingdom. So I guess a lot of people would not even know Kenny Omega, so it doesn't really make sense. But what did you think about Samoa Joe making his debut on the Raw main event?
First of all, really cool. So I think when I got back into wrestling in about 2009, I got back into it after being a fan as a child. I was watching a lot of TNA, and Samoa Joe is a great wrestler. Samoa Joe just has this aura, and I consider myself a fan of his work. But no, great. Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins, if they do something like that for an Elimination Chamber. Not an Elimination Chamber match, but on the pay-per-view. That would be a really cool match, you know? I've never seen them work.
No, I'm looking forward to that. And I think NXT worked out great for Samoa Joe. Yeah. And I think they can do some really nice business with Samoa Joe in WWE, and especially on Raw. So, you know, it will, because I'm not a big fan of Raw.
Yes, you prefer SmackDown.
Yeah. It's a shorter show that has a lot to do with it. You know, they have less fillers. So there are a lot of fillers on Raw, and it's really hard for me to watch 3 hours of that. It's just a little bit too long. Plus, I think SmackDown has a really interesting setup, great wrestlers. I'm more of a SmackDown guy, but you know, Samoa Joe could be really good for the Raw brand. So I'm really looking forward to see how that piece of business plays out. So.
Yeah, of course. And also, like, we should talk about the way he made his debut. Seth Rollins was calling out Triple H for a few weeks right now because they're in this big feud, which is fun. Triple H, of course, greatest coward in the business. He's been hiding behind bodyguards and stuff, but he came out. He was angry, and the fans wanted to see the clash. You know, they want to see the good guy and the bad guy.
I've never seen such a big coward, though. But proceed.
I love Triple H.
Jesus Christ! Did you see him a couple of weeks ago standing next to Tyler in England?
What a huge man!
Oh my God!
Tyler is thick and muscly, but standing next to Triple H, it was like
he looked like a child, which he of course is, but you know
he's young, isn't he?
Yeah.
But what a great guy, though.
Great guy, yeah, I really like him.
But Samoa Joe and Triple H were before Samoa Joe came to NXT to WWE. Triple H was the guy who actually hired him and talked to him beforehand a few times, and they've been known to be friends actually for a long time.
All
And it's
right.
kind of cool that that connection is still there because Samoa Joe now came in and attacked Seth Rollins, so Triple H didn't have to get his hands dirty.
Now he's
So,
made, man. He's a made guy now.
of course,
Triple H gives you the okay, then you're basically made.
I'm very happy for him.
All right, we're going to see how it plays out. We will be right back. That was the dirty sheets for this week. I hope you enjoyed Dragon's craftsmanship, and we'll be back next week with dirty sheets, and we will be back shortly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the man who last weekend became the King of England. We're talking about the Golden Lion, der König der Catcher, massive Jurn Simmons. Jurn, welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me, bro. It's good to be here finally. After
No problem, man.
Took a
Hey, Jurn, I'm here too.
Hey, what's up, man? You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm all right.
You guys haven't seen each other for a long time, I heard.
For what is it? 10 hours?
Yeah, so you guys watched the Rumble together, I heard. So we're going to get back on that topic in a bit. But first, I want to know, Jurn, you made your debut in England, and I followed that through Facebook Live. And Jesus Christ, man, the crowd went berserk for you, brother.
Yes.
Were you expecting that?
The thing was like, I'd been over in England last year for BCW. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I'd been over in England last year for PCW, and like, things went really well there for me. And I saw people were pretty amped when my match was announced for last Sunday.
Uh-huh.
But it was still quite unexpected, like especially on Saturday, where I had to do the go home promo for the show, and I couldn't talk for about like 5-6 minutes because at one point there were like 3 chants going on at the same time, so it was quite humbling, I would say.
I have to say, I saw that and I thought like, wow, I felt so happy for you. I don't know.
No. You're just jealous, man. You're just
You can be happy and jealous at the same time, Rico. All right.
That's true.
People can feel multiple emotions at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, but let me know what's the biggest difference you think between the German crowds that you normally wrestle in front of and this London crowd?
The main difference is just fun. You know what I mean? Like everyone in England seems to just be out there just to have a good time, and they're all super excited and they're all super into everything.
You're gonna get heat from the German fans now, man.
I know, like
you just called them sour.
I'm not saying that. I just think that Germans maybe like are more analytical.
Yeah,
you know, like
reserved too, right? They're a bit more reserved than the British.
Yes, I think they're more reserved, not as much as a Dutch crowd, but you know,
God.
like I remember, like I talked to Dragon about this yesterday as well, where to us when we went to WXW, it was like a whole different world because the crowds were so easy and like got into everything really good, and then now like England is like a step beyond. Like it's insane.
Wow, man! Wow, I haven't been there yet. I haven't seen that. I didn't get the chance to see that crowd live, man. But next time I'm tagging along because what I saw was crazy. And you know what? The biggest thing about that is you have the most elaborate entrance, right?
Yes.
Everybody, if you guys are back at home haven't seen Jurn's entrance yet, you should check this out because normally it lasts between 4 to 7 minutes. I think he now I think you touched the 9 minute mark or something like that.
Could be like
The entrance was
I
the
don't know. Like,
entrance was far longer than the match.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's easy money.
Like, yeah. I guess it is, but it's also like it was actually a funny thing where Jim, who is one of the promoters at Progress, he also does all the match announcing and stuff.
Is he the guy who is not wearing a suit? Because that really stood out to me. Why isn't he wearing a suit?
Yes, he is that guy.
Why isn't he wearing a suit?
Because the Progress is supposed to be, or at least as far as I understand, kind of like an underground punk rock kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's a different like atmosphere and vibe that they're trying to create.
All right.
And but the thing is, I talked to him like very briefly afterwards, where I told him that the whole intention of the entrance, like when I started it, was to annoy people because it would take forever, so that I would get under the skin of people, and so they would hate me.
Yeah, basically be annoying to create heat.
Yes, exactly, because I was booked as a bad guy and all of that. So
And then you started doing moonsaults, right?
yeah,
You spot
well,
monkey.
I got booked to do moonsaults. You know, it's not
How many have you done? Because I've only seen you do one.
two. Like I did one last weekend, like against Walter. So.
Showing off for the new crowd.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Trying to get booked again. Ah.
Well, it is impressive.
It was at the WXW show. I'm
Well,
booked for all
well,
of their
yeah.
shows. So.
But it is impressive, to see a guy who's nearly 300 pounds. What are you, 285 right now? Something like that?
Yeah. I'm around 280, something like that now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really impressive to see that. That was the
What
first
are
time I
pounds?
saw that, man. I went crazy.
What are pounds?
Yeah, man.
They're a measurement of weight, Dragon.
Yeah, but
So
why
what-
do you guys use pounds? We use kilos. What?
Dragon.
Tell me kilos.
Dragon, please. Dragon, please. You're getting me.
Dragon, I am
Please.
almost 130 kilos.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I get that.
Is that
Now
clear?
I understand. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
let's continue with the show, please. Jörn,
Yes.
when are we going to see you back? When are the British fans going to see you back?
I don't know. Like it's been crazy because I've already gotten some like offering for bookings from different places, but in general, I'm kind of booked up with WXW because we run a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out. Like I'm hoping soon because it was an amazing experience, honestly.
Yeah, so to all the British promoters out there, promoters around the world, if you want to get something else, because I think that's the best way to phrase it. If you want something else, no, but it's something else. In these days, where everybody is flip flopping all over the place, and a lot of guys seem almost afraid to work. This guy, as a promoter, I believe, and I'm not saying that because we're friends, but I think this is a great add to your show.
So thank you. I think I agree.
Also, I've just been informed by Dragon that you are a Tinder wizard all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked in like 2 weeks or something, I guess. Or
Yeah,
my memory is not
happened.
what it used.
It happened in those 2 weeks. It was Dragan sent me a video
Oh
of
Jesus!
Eric
Yeah.
Andre and Hannibal Buress. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Where they go on each other's Tinder and just try to destroy each other's sex or love life. And what they get is like they get way more response and reaction than before because they just don't care what they say. They're just goofing around.
Are you taking notes, Dragon?
Well, yes.
Please,
Actually,
take
I am.
notes.
Since
Yeah.
Jörn gave me some tips, I've changed my entire Tinder thing. And now my opening picture is like me naked on a couch with like a white hat on my crotch area.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, continue.
But I haven't gotten any
No,
matches.
no. You're not the guest, man. You're the co-host. Yeah, please continue.
So the thing is, like, I saw that, and I hadn't used Tinder in a while, and I was like, oh, that seems like fun. I'll go and do that, and yeah, it's worked out really well. Like,
So
The line that I stole from that video that I used a couple of times and has so far worked 100% of the time was, "You really look like a girl who likes eating Doritos."
Wow.
And
Wow.
I
That's
don't know why,
who
but
would use
apparently
that
that's
line? You know who would
what.
use that line? Adam would use that line.
Yes, he would. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
real.
that sounds like Adam. Yeah.
Yeah. And
But how?
he scores with that. Or he did. I mean he's
Well, I
got
did as well,
relationships.
so you know,
Like married.
Yeah.
it's a good
Awesome.
line.
Awesome. But did you hook up or did you just get some titty pics?
Well, I got titty pics as well, but
Of course.
I've also got like dates set for the week. So
Nice, nice. Okay, so okay, here's a major tip: do not get in touch with Dragon.
What?
Do not let him.
No, no, do.
No, because that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, that's really cool, Jurn. I want to know you and Dragon were checking out the Rumble yesterday.
Yes.
We're not going to go by match by match. We're not doing that on this podcast. I just want to know what stood out to you. What was your overall feel?
Like I thought it was fun. And we talk about this often, where I don't follow the product as much as I used to.
Uh-huh.
But in general, I thought it was just a fun show. You know, uh, I thought the Rumble had like a bunch of cool moments and stuff, and in general, it was just a solid show.
Yeah, yeah. That's the
Yeah.
that's the type of review we're looking for here on the show. That's the type of you know what
If you're
I'm
in
happy to
corporate.
deliver.
I went on Facebook yesterday and I posted that the Cena versus AJ Styles match was sublime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Right off the bat, I got private messages from fans, not even talking about that match, but bitching about the Rumble. Because they were all disappointed that Samoa Joe and Kenny Omega weren't in the motherfucker.
All right.
And I was explaining earlier.
I
and
didn't
want
even know that there were rumors that they were going to be in it.
There you go. There
Like,
you go. I want to have your take on this, Jurn. What I told Dragon before is that a lot of people don't know Kenny Omega in the States.
Yeah, sure.
He's not a household name. For instance, AJ Styles was in TNA, and he was around for such a long time. So he was
Yeah.
probably the most famous wrestler outside of the WWF environment, right?
Yeah.
So he got a big pop. But nowadays, fans are into a person, and they read the dirty sheets. Dirt sheets. No pun intended, Drago.
It's catching on.
And they're allowing to have the dirt sheets lead them on. Why would a guy, if you use your common sense, why would a guy like Kenny Omega be interesting for the Royal Rumble when probably 65%, maybe 75% of the audience in the venue and sitting back home do not know who the guy is?
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense from a business standpoint, I guess is what you're saying. Yeah, it's like I don't know, because wrestling crowds are I don't want to say they're weird, but they're different nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Whereas I saw as we said, I saw the Rumble and it was like 50,000 people or whatever. So it's it's not almost WrestleMania, but it's getting there.
Close
So
enough.
Bigger than some,
Yeah, but maybe it is like people from all over the world that are just hardcore wrestling fans now. So maybe most of them would actually know Kenny Omega. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So then it would be a good place for him to debut. But then I also think, then the Rumble would also be, he would just be another face in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like he would kind of get lost in the shuffle immediately.
He wouldn't win the Rumble,
Yeah.
No, exactly. And I agree with you that AJ had way more recognition.
Mhm.
So it hurt him way less. It hurt him way less than it would Kenny Omega, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you think about Samoa Joe not making his WWE debut in the Rumble? Because a lot of fans were really ticked off about that. But instead, he made his debut in the main event of Raw.
Yeah, it's probably smarter, because now it's more of a big deal.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, like it's the same thing with what I said about Kenny Omega. Like he would probably like kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
If because the Rumble has 30 dudes in it, and then like one guy debuts there, and you're easily forgotten because there's 29 other guys.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
You can still steal the show. I mean, we'll talk about Braun Strowman in a moment, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you can start, Dragon, since you're taking over the show. Go ahead, buddy.
Wait, well, I just heard you guys not talking about Braun Strowman, so
Roar!
I think he's great.
Who?
Braun.
Roar!
Braun. He's great, man. Yeah,
He's actually saying that. Roar! I love that, man. He's
Isn't it the start of his entrance theme?
yeah.
No, but he actually said that on Raw.
He said
like,
roar.
Roar. He said roar because he's the bear.
Hey, it works.
Well, that's you guys know I'm a fan of 80s wrestling, so not a whole lot of things that he can do wrong with me, to be honest, man.
Yeah, man.
And I love the way they are booking the guy because he's extremely limited,
Is he though?
Yeah, like I don't know, like I was talking to Dragon about that yesterday as we were watching it. Like he seems like way more mobile and athletic than they let on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he is saving his moonsault for WrestleMania.
I hope so. Like that'd be crazy.
I pitched this actually to you, and I said you should just go if you ever, if they book you, you just debut as Braun Strowman's younger brother, Hank Strowman.
Yeah. Do you want me to reply on that, or?
No, it's okay.
What are you expecting from me right now?
Just acknowledge it.
Really bad joke, and
just acknowledge it.
This is the first show, man.
My mom says I'm funny. So.
Oh, come on. She's just being polite. A couple of things about the Cena AJ Styles match. Why I liked it.
I think most people did.
Yeah, but the reason
because it was just a good match.
It was a good match, but I love the way how the crowd was emotionally invested because I was really paying attention. When you get really high, you pay attention to details, and I was just watching the crowd. And I've said this before. Once they start chanting, "This is awesome" or "Holy shit," they're disengaged because they're just popping for a cool move, and they have They have the time and chance to chant "Holy shit."
Mm-hmm.
But when you see fans showing their true emotion, most of the time they're just screaming, and I was seeing that's just like a natural reaction. I was seeing fans with hands on their head, mouths wide open. I think that's the reaction you want to get.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Like for example, like I think probably the best example of that is the whole Lesnar Taker thing at Mania.
Uh-huh.
Because that's like that was an emotional connection that just like a real reaction.
That was a shocker, wasn't it? To everyone.
Yeah, but that was an amazing moment.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's a historic moment.
Yeah, but purely because of how really emotionally invested people were in the streak and everything. So
true words.
What do you think, Dragan?
When Lesnar beat Taker, I just nervously laughed for like 3 minutes.
I know, I was there.
Yeah.
You were nervously laughing?
I don't know.
When somebody, let me tell you this. When somebody like Dragon gets hysterical like that, open hand slap to the face. That will do it. Seriously.
Come on, no.
If people are hysterical, seriously. That's the way to deal with hysteria.
Don't be a bully, be a star.
No, I'm trying to help you out, man. That shit could have given you a heart attack. Seriously.
Oh,
you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful.
Okay.
All right. We are about to go to the next guest Yurt, of course, is going to stick around as a friend of the show
Of
as you
course.
continue to do so over the course of the next weeks if he has if he finds the time. So it's always fun to have you on, brother. We
Yeah.
will be right back with the alpha female. Okay, we are back, and allow me to welcome to the show the most dominant female wrestler in the world today, Jazzy, the alpha female. Welcome to the show, Jazzy.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so sorry. I'm sick and my voice is just messed up.
This is like watching The Exorcist, man. Did you see that movie?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I watched it. Yeah.
This is similar to that, but it's it's
Uh,
it's really it's really interesting to. I think a lot of fans will get a kick out of this. How have you been, Jazzy? Of course, you were in London this weekend. How did
mhm.
that go?
Yeah, it was all right. The fans were amazing. The match was pretty good too, I think. Like there were a lot of reactions. Yeah, I enjoyed my time.
Yeah, I heard you guys had a really good match. Like I was there as well. I didn't see the match because
Yeah,
because of reasons,
you
but
had it up too.
yeah, it was hard to watch matches as
Hmm.
a performer on the show, you know.
That's
But
It
true.
is.
I heard it was really good.
Awesome, cool.
Jazzy,
Yeah,
do the British fans know you? Because I see you've got a really large British flag on your arm.
Yes, you know what, 2010, I moved actually to London and I lived there for 2 years. And back in the days, I worked a lot with Pro Wrestling Eve, so I do have some really awesome fans over there.
Cool, cool, cool. Hey, what
Well,
I want to
Jazzy, Miss Alpha Female, of course you're a woman, so we have a new segment. It's called Fuck, Mary Kill.
wait,
And
whoa,
what's the
whoa,
call
whoa!
game?
Somebody's
Name?
hijacking the
Oh,
show. What the hell?
first of all, Axel the rotation.
Oh my god! No, no, no,
What?
no, 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 no,
What?
no, 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 no,
What's
no, no.
going on?
No, I don't know.
Well,
He's been hijacking the show all day, and I'm just here trying to maintain order. Now he wants to. Okay, let's play a fuck Mary kill at the end of the show. So
Yeah,
Dragon can think of a couple of cool names, but first,
rotation.
I want to know.
all
Jazzy,
three options are rotation.
all three options are rotation.
Rotation with a mask.
Oh
Uh,
my God.
and
Big
rotation,
rotation, small rotation,
inverted rotation. Yeah, man. Black.
Rotation.
Hmm?
a rotation with a feminine hairdo.
Yeah, rotation.
Rotation.
Okay, Jazzy, the fans would like to know,
Yes.
how did you start out in wrestling? Because I know you were formerly known as Jazzy Bai. Am I pronouncing
No,
that?
I don't know who that is.
Can you tell something about how you started out this great
Your
career?
evil twin.
Seriously, we starting from that point. Like, come on, everyone knows so far. Like, it's like every time it's the same question. How do you start wrestling? I'm like, I
Well,
think.
to be fair, Jesse, I don't know how you started wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Do you, Dragon?
We could play Fuck, Mary Kill. I mean,
I think the best option right now is just to go with the paved road.
All right. Well, I don't even know too how I started. No,
That's what I get like all the time. Like sometimes I wake up somewhere and I can't remember how I got there.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it started when I was 10 years old. I fall in love with wrestling. I loved Undertaker and Warrior and Macho Man and all these crazy people. And since then, I really loved it. I told everyone that I want to be a wrestler. And everyone was like, come on, stop dreaming, blah, blah, blah. And when I was like 17 years old, I found the GWF in Berlin.
Mhm.
And I saw that there's a wrestling school. And I was like, yeah, maybe I can try it. It was like, it was really hard to get into the school. They didn't want to train me. They were like, you're not strong enough, you're not tough enough, whatever. But finally, I could start training when I was 18. And then I started with GWF, and they gave me this ridiculous gimmick like Jazzy B. It was like they said to me, sex sells. And because you can't wrestle, which was true because I just started,
Mhm.
they said
Yeah,
sex
it's the
sells.
case
And
for everybody. Yeah.
yeah, you just go
Yeah.
in the ring and dance, you know.
I
So
still can't wrestle.
shut up.
Wait.
Wait, what is it?
Sex sells. You just went into the ring to dance. Did
Yes.
did they tip you for that dance or not?
No.
Did they slide a couple of $100 underneath your bra strap, or
I
how does that
wish. I
work?
wish.
So no, but you were referring to the by name, or
Oh, well, yeah, they said bi for bisexual because then the man and the women loves me. Like that was their idea.
That's very smart, actually.
Yes.
okay. So if we finally want to get Dirty Dragon over, we should call him Dirty Dragon by.
Yeah,
Ooh.
totally.
I'm pretty sure that will get Dragon laid though.
I'll
Yeah.
do everything for $100.
Hopefully. Hey man, a hole's a hole.
Hey, $100 is
Okay.
$100.
Okay. Jazzy, when I first
Yes.
met you, that was, I guess, in Holland. We brought you over for the show, and we did
Yeah.
some tagging, and you looked way different back then. What made you morph into the alpha female?
It was because, I was never confident and I was like the skinny little shy person and hated life as
Really?
as I can say. And then I thought by myself, I sit there and I thought my life really sucks. The people in training don't like me. I'm not successful in wrestling and like I hate life. So I thought, what can I do? And I needed a hero. I needed someone to look up to. And Bret Hart told me back in the days, to be successful as a wrestler, you can either, multiply your own, how you say, character, your own charisma. If you're a funny guy, for example, be 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
Or on the other side, you become this person you want to see. And for me, as I said, I needed a hero, so I created the alpha female. And alpha female is strong, confident, everything I wanted to be. So I
Well,
tried
going back a
to.
little bit, Jazzy,
Uh-huh.
were you depressed at the time?
Oh yeah, totally.
Where did that stem from? How did that come to be?
Oh, well, I read a lot about it and I try to figure out because, that's like my personality. When something is not right, I try to find a solution for it. I'm not this kind of person who just sit down and cry for themselves. So I was really badly depressed, like really bad. And I was like, why? Like, what can I do against it?
Yeah.
And then I read this one theory, and I personally think for me, myself, is the best theory out there. It says when you're depressed, it is because you live right now in a moment where like you have like for example back like forward when you go forward in your future you have to be someone, for example, like be whatever, a big superstar, whatever, someone should be a mother, whatever. But
I
you
should be a
have to
model.
go towards this goal, and if you're not going towards the person you should be, you become depressed because you're standing still. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
it
think
totally
it's a
makes
good point.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
you need to, and every day you need to go forward to reach this goal one day. But if you're not doing anything towards this goal, yeah, that's what they say, you're getting depressed. And that's what I did. I was just laying in bed and didn't do anything. So of course, how can I be who I, like if I look at me, for example, right now, like I soon become like a really big MMA fighter, I will have this big fight. But imagine I would never took this step forward to never go to training or anything, I would still be, nothing, just lay in
Uh-huh.
my bed. So of course I get depressed because, I guess there's some bigger for me in the future. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fast forward to the Alpha Female 2017. You've become
Yes.
really big. What's your workout routine?
Oh, you mean like big from physical?
Yeah, physical, man. You've got like a couple of massive shoulders, big arms, so obviously you
Right.
lift a lot of
Wow.
weights. Just like Jurgen and I always say, pick stuff up and put it down again.
Yeah,
Yeah, like to be
that's what I
honest,
did.
yeah, I need to get your workout routine. I want to be as big as you.
You don't want
No,
the
but
chest hair though, do you?
oh, I have it already.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Oh my God. Here we go.
BMI.
Oy, oy, oy.
I just say Wilkinson.
Oy, oy, oy.
You tell Jurgen that.
um, Yeah, at the moment, as you believe it or not, I cannot go to the gym and do weight training because I do a lot of boxing training and MMA training. And if I would do the weight training, I couldn't lift my arms or anything because
Mm.
the grappling and anything, it just needs every muscle in my body. And yeah, it's impossible. Like I train at the moment 2 times a day, like 10 o'clock in the morning, I go for boxing training and then 5 o'clock I go for MMA training. So in between, there's just no time. I just die, you know. But I do miss the weight training terribly. I really can't wait to go to the gym again.
It's a habit after a while, right? It just gets in your blood.
I didn't understand that. What
I
you're
said
saying?
it's like a habit, like the lifting the weights. It's a
Oh
habit
yeah,
that
yeah.
gets in your blood.
But
It's
you know, there's like cases in my life that I hated it. I didn't want to do it anymore. But then I
because it's
think it's just
boring.
overtraining.
Because it's boring.
Uh, well, not boring, but it's freaking heavy. You know, I don't go in the gym like most of these girls, for example. I even see boys who just go there and they doing a routine and then they go home. But no, when I go to the training, I lift really heavy and I'm screaming around and I'm sweating and I'm really exhausted because for me, training is like working, you know, like for me, it's also a stress relief thing, you know. When I go to training, I want to give 100% and I want to really feel like I done something. So when I look in training to other people, they're like chatting and going with the phone, and I hate it, and I just want to yell at them like,
Yeah,
"Go and train
that's me.
something."
Oh yeah, you would hate me at the gym.
Why? Are you on the phone all the time?
Yeah.
Oh no,
He
why?
just told us because he's on
I gotta
Tinder
do
now.
something in between sets, Jazzy. All
He's
right.
swiping. He's
But
swiping now. He told
Yeah,
me
I
I'm
got
really
I gotta work
talented.
on
He
my
just
Tinder
told me.
game at the gym.
Are you on
Important to
Tinder,
me.
Jazzy?
No, I'm not.
Okay, now you know you're. Don't go and
But
look for.
but you know who's on Tinder?
Tell me.
Gabby Garcia is on Tinder. You should check
Oh,
Hey,
her
Oh.
out.
Dragon,
yeah,
Dragon.
yeah.
We were talking about before. I mean, Dragon has had sex with women, but he's never been fucked by a girl before. So
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
why not? You know.
Why not?
On the subject of Gabby Garcia, what
Yes.
made you jump into the ring with that beast?
I have no idea, man. I got paid.
Did you get in trouble for that with the rising company? Just doing that spontaneous?
Are you really asking me this? Are you what? You know that they paid me, right? You know, like, like,
What?
like seriously, you cannot enter a building with 20,000 people. Just go up to the ring and just go inside of the ring, and no one hold you back. Like for real.
What?
Jazzy,
What are
now,
you saying, Jazzy?
now you're
Was it
now
all
you're just
planned
challenging
out?
me.
Sorry for crushing
No
your
is,
way.
dream.
is this match going to be planned out as well?
You what?
What?
The
Is
match?
the match going
No,
to be a work or not?
I wish, but no, she really wants to kill me.
But you just killed Jurd, I hear.
Oh, what?
Oh, oh wait, there goes the phone. He just dropped his phone, man. No
No,
killing
I
Yo,
for
didn't drop
tonight.
my phone. I dropped a spoon.
How did this come about, Jazzy? The whole Gabby Garcia thing, because this is big, man, internationally.
yeah, but you know, like when I saw the first fight of her, it was Lady Tapper against Gabby Garcia. From that very moment, I thought already, dude, I wanna kick her. I wanna beat her.
Yeah, you
And
told me as well before it even took
yeah,
place.
like this was the original idea, like why I started MMA, you know, because you know I don't know how how to explain, and I don't want to sound anything wrong, but you know, when I went to Japan, I made a name for myself in Stardom, you know, and I
Yeah.
really loved the culture, and I tried to learn the language and all that, and then there's this whatever coming up, like Gabby Garcia. I just don't like she's a bully and she's cheating and she's lying and she's just so disrespectful
Well, if she
and
would be
then
cheating, she would lose, I think. So,
Oh
you know
man.
what I
is
mean
that
by
kind of part
cheating.
of the rules and everything?
Well, I
What you
don't
do is
know.
you have a manager jump on the apron.
Oh, to
Yeah.
distract?
Yeah, and then you throw the powder.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
She's
here we
smart.
go.
Get some
Yeah,
tips.
Mr. Fuji did this back in the day. How is wrestling? How is wrestling and in MMA in general for women in Japan? Because am I mistaken, or is it more a fetish thing? Because we all know that the Japanese are a little bit different in their approach to life in general.
Are you asking about the wrestling fans?
Yeah.
Well,
He's
yes,
asking about both.
oh, okay, both. I like for the MMA, I don't know to be honest. I would say they appreciate the fact that the girls really can fight because in Japan people really respect sports persons. Like sports person have a higher standard than, for example, singers or actors.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
for wrestling, yeah, I would say because I see in Stardom, the merchandise they're selling all these girls, like these pictures of the girls half naked and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I noticed that.
yeah, I would say it's definitely fetish stuff because they never went over to me, these fans, because I think it's because they know that they can't dominate me. But look at the Io Shirai or Kyrie, they know they can dominate them. So I
Mm.
think yes, it's kind of a fetish over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You remember when that when the girl Leah Vaughn came to WXW, the first thing she
Yes.
did was sell her outfit. That's kind of
Yeah,
fetish
yeah.
thing, right? She just came from
No,
Japan.
it's not a fetish. Like I
Dude,
sell
did
my
you see that guy that bought her outfit?
yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a freak.
Oh
That's
my
what
god, I have to get that image from my out of my eyes with a blowtorch, man.
but I sell my outfits all the time, so that's
Really?
like
Is there a
yeah.
market for that? But is it like sweaty outfits or what?
Ugh.
No.
Sweaty socks.
Yes, that sucks, yes, but the outfits are clean.
Socks
Jesus.
are always
How did
sweaty
we
though.
get to the
No,
topic of socks?
I know this fan, right? He's like a good friend of mine now. And he buys all the outfits from all the girls, and he just called me up. He said, "Oh, I got an outfit from Charlotte and from Sasha Banks." So he has like a big collection, Like there are fans out there who really appreciate what we're doing.
You know,
Yeah,
he
but
Not
not what
wears.
I'm
everyone,
doing.
not everyone hates female wrestling.
No, no, no. He loves it a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure he wears it. What's the weirdest request you've ever gotten?
Ugh, yeah.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, muscle worship is like a thing of everywhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no shit.
people ask me all the time to sit on their face.
Have you
Oh,
ever done that? Have you ever done?
No,
You can talk
no.
freely. This is the Bushido Sound podcast.
Nobody will listen to this.
No, the
we won't
weirdest thing,
judge you,
the,
Jazzy.
the
Oh, the
weirdest
ratings just went up.
Ah, I'm
the
seeing the
weirdest thing
ratings go up
I
right
ever
now.
did was meeting up with the guy. He said he wanna watch me how I'm training. So we went to like it was I don't know what it even was. It was like just for one person training center. Like it was not a public training gym or something. So
A
and then
dungeon is what they call that.
Mm.
yeah, kind of a dungeon, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to lift weights, and he was like, "Oh," he was like really excited about it. I'm like, "Holy shit!" And I'm like, can I touch your arms?" I'm like, "Yeah, go for it." And he's like, "Oh, oh." I'm like, "Oh my
Knock
god."
yourself
Oh
out.
man,
Yeah,
Knock,
I wish I
and
knock
was a
yourself
woman.
out. But
then he went,
do you do the
huh?
wrestling too with guys? Because that's the thing as
No,
well.
never,
No?
never. I got many requests for it when I go to Florida. I do these custom matches, and
Because
sometimes I have a request for men, but I never do that. That's just not my thing. I just don't want it.
no.
The custom matches are the thing where like it's just like in an empty room with another girl, right?
Yes, yes, and you
Yeah.
make so much money, like,
Yeah.
and you don't even
Yeah, I've
bump.
heard about this from other like female wrestlers. So.
Yeah, and there's like requests, for example, do it barefoot because people have like foot fetish and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's nothing bad, I guess. I
I
mean,
guess you're not certain though.
no, there's lines. For example, I know there's other girl, she's doing them a lot, and there was a request, for example, that she should punch the other girl in her crotch all the time, like
Ooh,
kick and punch, and that
Pussy
was like
slap,
the whole match.
pussy slap.
Yeah, pussy
that
slap.
was rotation, right?
Oh Jesus Christ. I'm going to get complaints for this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I love rotation.
I'm
That's why
pretty.
it's kind of annoying.
I'm pretty sure about that. Thank you very much, Dragon. What does the future hold for the alpha female? Do you want to keep going, or do you have certain goals? Do you want to go to WWE? Do you want to do some more work in Japan? Do you want to transfer to the MMA? What you gonna do?
If I would know, it would be good. Like I know what I don't want, but I don't know what I want. Like I will do this MMA thing for now. I signed a contract with some matches, and let's see where this goes. Like I don't know. Maybe I suck so badly, and I have to hide in a fucking forest. Who knows?
In the
But yeah,
forest
I have
with
I
a
have of
bear.
course dreams. I wish WWE, of course, who I would lie if I say no. But I have also other dreams. I would love to climb the Mount Everest. That's like one of my
Really?
biggest.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
A
so
lot of
badly.
people die doing that.
Yeah.
I know.
What,
That's the
I
beauty
think
about
that
it.
I find that fascinating. What makes you want to climb Mount Everest?
Because you really challenge yourself, and I hate snow, for example, and up there's all snow,
And
and
no
it
air.
Really? No shit.
and I just want to challenge myself. And I climbed, for example, the Mount Fuji, and I have absolutely no experience in climbing stuff like that. And it was such a beautiful, amazing experience. And
Yeah.
yeah, I climbed it 2 times actually. The first time I nearly died, like I
But did you
swear.
do you need an oxygen mask and stuff like on Everest or not?
No, not on Mount Fuji. No, it was okay.
Because
But
Everest is a different ball game, man. That's the
oh
top.
yes, yes. I watched the movie, The Everest, like, and I see, of course, people are dying, but I don't know if you guys watched the movie, but
No.
there was this one guy.
I
There was
saw
I've
this
seen a
one
photo.
guy.
I've
Yeah,
seen a photo
I've
like
seen it.
before.
I've seen it. I've
Yeah.
seen it. Yeah.
yeah. There was this one guy, right? He has a wife at home who's pregnant, and
Yeah.
he's nearly there, and then something happened. He falls down, and he's not dead, right? He still can't move, but he's like really out of breath, and he's feeling really weak. And then somehow they get him to talk to his wife, and she's like, "Oh, baby, I love you," and he just give up. I'm like, how the hell can you give up? You have a baby on the way, and your wife is sound like just fucking move, and that made me so angry.
Oh, and now you
And
want to kill Everest.
yes, I want to kill
Yes.
Everest.
That's
Yeah.
that. You want to do the same to Everest that every wrestler nowadays posts on social media after the match. Killed it.
Killed
Oh,
it, yeah, man.
Jörn
But
killed it as well.
did you
Yeah.
know that it cost $50,000 to go up there?
Seriously, because you
Yes,
have a guide and equipment and stuff, right?
yes, yes, and
Wow,
yeah,
it's very adventurous. What is because we're really high on traveling here at the podcast. What is
uh-huh.
your What was your favorite trip of all time?
Oh, I think the Ireland one when I went with the American Rampage tour to Ireland, and that was like my
Where?
first. That was my first tour with professional people, like Bret Hart was there and Rob Van Dam, Sandman, Sabu. So it was like 2008. It was like my first professional tour, and I just loved it so much. And I think Ireland is my favorite country
Really?
next to Japan.
But it's so close, so you could basically go there whenever you wanted, right?
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm really poor. I can't make a holiday.
whoa, whoa, kayfabe, kayfabe.
Yeah. Well,
No, I don't have a.
I wish I could say the same. No, I actually don't wish I could say the same.
I'm stupid. I just do wrestling. I could do,
Mm.
of course, a day job, but I really hate working.
Custom
So
matches.
I'm pretty sure every wrestler hates working. So
no, the
that's
Yeah.
thing is with me, I just don't fit in. I don't fit in the world. Like I do, of course, had some jobs, but I don't know. I always get in trouble, and it's just not cool,
Wrestlers are weird people. I think we can all
right?
agree.
I don't
Yes.
know. I think I'm a pretty normal dude.
All right, Dragon, shoot, do your thing, man. You've been trying
Oh
to
my
contain
God.
yourself with this game you've got on your mind the entire time now. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hey, did you guys play it too, or is it just me?
No, we
It,
played it.
Dragon plays it as well.
Well, I played nonstop
All
actually.
right, go ahead.
So I have a list of three beautiful boys, and you have to.
Okay,
We're gonna do fuck. Well, not boys, men,
okay.
men. So um,
He just had a coming out today. For some
what
reason,
kind of?
he said he wanted to come out of the closet, and that's cute.
Do you know the rules of fuck, marry, kill?
I just say what I want, right? Like fuck him or kill him or marry him.
Yes.
Yes, you have to.
Okay.
Because okay, so we have Finn Balor, we have
uh,
Kenny Omega,
okay.
and we have rotation.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
He
that's
fits
a
in
nice.
perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but there's nothing in between. I don't want to kill them, but I
Well,
don't
No,
you
just
care.
have
go ahead. This is
you have to
hypothetically
fuck
speaking.
one, marry one, and kill one.
Yeah, this is
Sometimes you gotta make some tough life decisions, Jazzy.
Oh, I
That's
have
rating.
I have to say one of all three. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Then
this is
I
the last pick you have to do. So go ahead.
then I fuck rotation. I
Oh,
Nice.
I marry Finn Balor and I kill Kenny Omega.
Oh, well,
Oh, that's a very interesting one. I've got
somebody should
another
book
one.
that.
I've got another one. I've
Does
Okay.
got.
somebody send a message to rotation?
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting dynamic the next time he shows up in the WXW locker room. I've got another one. I have
Well, I
on
love
my
when they cry, you know.
yeah,
I'm
I have
I'm
on
gonna
my
I'm gonna
list.
pitch this angle to WXW Creative.
I have on my list
Okay.
Shakira, Rihanna, and Beyonce.
Oh my God, they're like my favorite. What Shakira, Rihanna, and Beyonce, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I wanna fuck Rihanna. I wanna marry Beyonce, and I wanna kill Shakira.
That's a
I
Damn,
good
I
choice.
freaking love Beyonce. Like she's the women. Like she's the best. I wanna
she's also
marry her.
probably the most rich. So
Yeah.
I bet. So
I
it's a
wouldn't
good
count on
position
that.
to marry her.
Shakira might be pretty rich as well because she covers all of the Latin market as well and the Arab market because she's part Lebanese and part
Yeah.
Colombian.
Yeah, but I had to make the
oh
decision,
Yeah, of
isn't
course,
it?
of course, of course. Hey,
yeah, but
thank
she
you.
wasn't married to Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. That brings us to the end of the show. Jazzy,
Already.
yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. Jazzy, tell us can we find you on social media?
It's Twitter Alpha Female One because Alpha Female was already taken. On Instagram, German Wrestling, and on Facebook, where I'm the most, it's alphafemale.de.
All right, you're
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram is at Jurn Simmons, and on Facebook you can find me on Jurn Simmons as well. It's all very original and inspired. I know.
all right. I hate to ask, but Dragon.
Oh gosh.
Well, ladies, I'm on Twitter. I'm Dirty Dragon with a little hand. You know what the hand stands for. I'm on Instagram as Dirty Dragon. Surprise, surprise. I'm on Tinder as Amer.
I like how you plugged your Tinder as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
If
Smart,
you see
yeah.
me on Tinder, swipe right because I need some confidence.
Cool.
Okay, and we're going to get to that next week as we give Dragon some more dating advice. You can of course find me on Rico Bushido at Rico Bushido on Instagram, at Suave Rico Bushido on Facebook, and at Bushido Sound Podcast on Twitter. I want to thank everybody, all our guests for coming down. I want to thank all the listeners, and we will see you next week in Wonderland.
Thank you.
Whee!
Bye.
Thank you. Yay.